Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here today and joining women from around the world in our wonderful community of women who are aging beautifully and living their life, with passion and purpose and just doing their best to make the best of time in their 60s. So I'm really happy that you're here this morning. I'm drinking a cup of English breakfast tea, one of my favorites. Hope that you've got something nice to drink too, and that you're just having a good morning or afternoon or evening. A lot of our women are still working, and I'm really happy that you join us sometimes in the evening or when you have a moment. I know we're all so busy, but I hope that you find these talks useful and inspirational, and most of all practical. Now, I want to thank our sponsor for today's show. That's International Living. They are a company that's been working with talking about places and tracking down places you might want to retire in abroad. Now, they have people all over the world, and they write back and report back on the things that are going on in that country so that you can do a checklist of whether it meets your own personal desires. And if you go out to internationalliving.com and then /60andme, they have got a wonderful document. It's a global retirement index that talks about the 25 havens around the world that you might want to retire in. So thanks to international travel. Now, the topic today, who wants to be happy? Hands up. Isn't happiness the kind of the measure of everything? If we wake up in the morning and we just feel good, we just feel that we're positive and optimistic and looking at the world through well, not rose-colored lens, but through a positive lens. And, all these things take time, of course, and people are writing all the time about what it is that makes people happy. Well, it's different for everyone. People have got issues that, we don't know each other's challenges, do we? I mean, we walk down the street, we see people, we look at them and think, oh, they are dressed well, or they're in a job that seems to be, a nice place. They're doing all these things, but behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on. So we have to take really responsibility for our own happiness, and we have to, just do the best we can and assume that everybody else is doing the best they can. Suspend the judgment, just let it go. We just know that it's hard. It's hard to be chirpy and cheerful all the time, but I've got 7 simple ways that you can be happier in just 1 minute or less. So if you're interested in listening, we'll carry on. But these are just little things, silly things in some way. But here how you can boost your positivity in 1 minute. First, open your blinds. Open your curtains. Look outside. Now, okay, it might be raining today. It might be dark, but nature is out there. And that's the one thing that can energize you, and it can make you feel positive. If the sun is shining, all the better, because the seasonal affected disorders that a lot of people suffer from, sunshine gives us a happiness boost. And I would go to just say nature gives us a happiness boost. Less than a minute. Put a genuine smile on your face. Smile as if you mean it, and just let that communicate with your brain that all is well. Your brain is actually quite smart, but it also is tricked into thinking that it's happy by doing simple things like that. So genuine smiles rather than forced. Think of a happy memory and then watch the smile grow. I can think of so many, but that's one thing you can do, much less, 10 seconds. You could eat a piece of chocolate. This is another thing to make you happy. Chocolate contains chemicals called polyphenols, and they have happiness boosting properties. You knew that chocolate was invented for a good reason, right? Dark chocolate over milk chocolate is best, but I would say any chocolate in my book is okay. And that's something that you can do real quickly. Just grab a bit of chocolate, have a cup of tea or coffee, and enjoy. Actually, it's really funny. Well, not funny. It's nice. In Switzerland, where I live right now, you can go to a coffee shop. It doesn't matter whether it's a small coffee shop or a fancy one. They always serve you a little bit of chocolate with your drink. It's like a tiny cube. It's like one mouthful, but it's just they're following the tip. They know how to make happiness with a cup of something nice and a little bit of chocolate. Another thing you can do is breathe consciously. Now, breathing we forget sometimes. And did you know that we sometimes actually forget to breathe when we're on email on our computers? They've done tests. So if you can take a moment just to breathe consciously, 7 in and 7 out. Do it consciously with awareness. Some people meditate. This is a great way to focus the breath on being conscious rather than just automatic, which of course we do just to live. But anyway, in a world returned, filled with buzz and excitement and noise, just sometimes a conscious breathing can really, really help. Another thing you can do, now I know I'm repeating myself, but hey, look, this is life. This is what we do. This is the big thing that can bring you happiness, to show gratitude. Just be thankful for what you have. There's always someone who's dealing with something at a little bit different level. And, negative thinking, in a way, it always comes almost naturally to us, like we're protective. We think of the negative things that could happen, we worry. But if we think positively about the things we have, then I think it really, really goes deep. And, if you just take a minute right now, I'll wait for you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Just list 3 things. Okay? 1, 2, 3. I can think of 300, but I'm 3 for sure. And I think that's gratitude. Attitude of gratitude really does help to bring happiness into your life. Get up and move regularly. That's another thing you can do to feel better and to feel happy. Your physical body needs movement. Your brain needs your body to move. It needs blood rushing through your system. Otherwise, you just, you really do become lethargic and depressed. And if you can get up and move, even if it's just to stand up and wave your arms a bit, do some yoga, or just do some dancing. Turn the music on and do a little dance around your living room. Anything like that is perfect. And just get moving. Well, Dr. Levine, actually, I don't know where he's from, but he said sitting is the new smoking. That basically low activity lifestyles are linked with illnesses like diabetes and weight gain. And, I don't need to tell you this, you know this. But it's true that get up and move regularly, and that's a really quick thing you can do. Another thing you can do that doesn't take long if you do it the right way is to be good to others. Do something kind for another person. It happened to me today. It was so funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but I was walking to the gym, and I walked down the street, and I got to a red light, and there was a man with a walker, and he was hiding sort of under the shelter because it was raining. And when I pressed the button for the light to go, and he then gathered himself up to come to the light to cross, and it was pouring with rain, and this man didn't have an umbrella. So I just grabbed my umbrella and I just said, "Do you want to share?" And we just walked across really slowly. I mean, we held the light up for a few minutes, but he was so grateful. And that took me 30 seconds. So it's just something about doing something for someone else that just spontaneously give a compliment, praise someone for something that they've done or said. And don't forget your family, and don't forget yourself. Praise yourself sometimes. So those are 7 things I think there that I've listed that you can do to make yourself happier in less than a minute. So in 7 minutes, you can be really happy if you do all those things. But no, I mean, I know that we're laughing a bit through it, and I know that people are dealing with lots of challenges that really block you from feeling totally happy. And I do understand, and my heart goes out to everybody who's in that situation. But if you can, these are 7 things you can do. And I'd love to know what other activities you do that make you feel happy and make you feel good and positive, even if you're dealing with something hard. So leave your comments in the section below. And please let me remind you to check out our website, 60andme.com, and also our Patreon channel. This is a really interesting channel we started about 6 months ago, and we now have a really good group of women. It's people who can afford to donate maybe $3 a month, or as much as you can afford, to help 60andMe do things that we want to keep us going and to keep us going strong. And you can join there for a kind of more intimate conversation. We have different videos, different dialogues, and nice people. So that's patreon.com, Patreon, patreon.com/60andme. So we're everywhere. We've got lots of channels to check us out, but thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. And let us know what you do to make you feel happy. Really have a great day, everybody. We'll talk again very soon, but it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you again.